Happy Friday, everybody. It's going to be a short one. I want to ask, what's the difference between incompetence and apathy if both result in the same action or lack of action being taken? If you have someone that knows the truth but doesn't care, and you have somebody else who can't grasp the truth, are either of them going to really behave different from an outside perspective? Or is it going to look really similar? One of the problems that has existed for a long time in the discussion of gender, the relationship between men and women, specifically in our culture, there's this mentality that men and women can't do the same things. Or perhaps more accurately, for a long time it was asserted that women can't do certain things. When the reality is they could, but it's just at a different cost than for men. The problem was not capacity at all, but it could be easily blamed on that from an outside perspective. So getting back to the main point, whether it's if someone is apathetic about the truth and they don't respond in light of it, versus someone not being able to comprehend the truth and equally not responding in light of it, how do you tell the difference from the outside? How do you know whether someone really gets something or not? How do you figure that out? I have a theory, and my theory revolves around something I talked about a while back, about communication methods, conflict versus collaboration. In order to figure out what someone is, you gotta have conflict. You gotta be able to push back. You gotta be able to instigate a bit, at least. In male social circles that I've been in my life that were healthy, this was frequently occurring, where even if someone might nominally agree with a point, they would play the devil's advocate and push back to see if the claim being made was real or just empty boasting. But people don't like conflict. So, how would you figure out if someone was apathetic or just didn't understand what was really going on? Because the difference is important in that with the one who does not understand, there may be further effort you can take in order to help fill in gaps or to train or teach and whatnot. The apathetic one, though, trying to provide them more information, trying to teach, train, etc., isn't going to produce any good result. It's going to be a waste of your time. And worse, it may even damage the relationship, because you presume that they don't seem to understand something, and you keep trying to explain it to them, and for one reason or another, they're ineffective at being able to explain that they get it, but they're just choosing something else. Or they're choosing to do nothing at all because they're apathetic. It's a tough question, but I'd be curious to know what people do. Obviously, my method is easy to interpret as antagonistic. But what are the options? What are the alternatives? How else do you draw out the truth from someone in a way that does not require conflict? Thank you for your time this morning. God bless. Have a good Friday and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.